The major scale, also known as the Ionian mode, is the fundamental scale of all Western music. All of the other modes are derived by altering or simply sharpening or flattening notes contained within it. It is the Do-Re-Mi scale and is usually thought of as sounding happy or bright. We will start with one octave movable pattern starting from a root on each string. Each pattern will reside within a 4-fret position and will go from the lowest note up to the next higher note of the same name. For example, if we start on a G, then we will stop on a G. The first pattern will have a root on the 6th, or the biggest string. We will start on the 3rd fret, or the G note. It is important to mention that since this pattern is movable, if you slide it up or down, the root, and therefore the scale or the key, changes. For example, if you play the same pattern from the 8th fret instead of the 3rd, you are playing in the key of C major. G major, C major. Notice it's the exact same pattern. Here, I'll do that again. Alright, and here's the pattern very slowly. You should work this out with all downstrokes of the pick, then with all upstrokes, and then with very strict alternate, or going down, up, down, up, down, up with each note. Alright, start with the 3rd fret on the 6th or low E string with the 2nd finger. 5th fret with the 4th finger. Moving to the next string. 2nd fret with the 1st finger. 3rd fret with the 3rd finger with the 2nd finger. 5th fret. 2nd with the 1st. 4th with the 3rd. And finally the 5th fret, or our octave of G, with the 4th finger. Alright, now once you have that pattern down, we should go on and start figuring out how to use it. You can use it, basically it outlines a major chord. Okay, so you can take the chord tones, or let's say we take a G major. The G major uses the tones G, B, and D. Okay, so we can just pick all the G, B, and D notes out of our scale. And those are our starting and stopping points if we play a phrase or a melody. Alright. Okay, so let's go on to the next string and play the same pattern off of that string. Okay. Okay. Now when we go to the next pattern with the root on the 3rd string, our last string that we play shifts up a fret higher. Okay, so instead of starting our pattern off of the 2 higher strings that we play on the same fret, for the last string that we play in the pattern, we're going to move over a fret. Okay? So it'll go like this. On the 4th string, 2nd finger on the 3rd fret, 4th finger on the 5th fret, 1st finger on the 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the 3rd fret, 4th finger on the 5th fret. Now we shift up a string with our pattern, and the 1st finger will go on the 3rd fret, 3rd finger on the 5th fret, and 4th finger on the 6th fret. Okay, now because of this shift, our 4th fret, or our 4th string root major scale can be a little awkward, so really take your time working it out. Now our 3rd string root is going to have to deal with that same shift. Again, it's going to be the 3rd fret with the 2nd finger. And then the 5th fret, 4th finger. Now when we move up to our higher string, or 2nd string, we go to the 3rd fret to start the pattern on. So 1st finger on the 3rd fret, 2nd finger on the 4th fret, 4th finger on the 6th fret. Then the next string's pattern will be 1st finger on the 3rd fret, 3rd finger on the 5th fret, and 4th finger on the 6th fret.